What up, Kid Cut? How you doing, big dog? I'm gonna drop a Discord notification soon to get more people in here. I'm just letting the ads run through. There's still a minute and a half on the ads, so it's just gonna be me and you for a little bit. Doing okay. Thinking about new music request. Yeah, I'm feeling hip hop today. I like been listening to Nas. I mean, I've historically listened to Nas quite a bit. Oh shit. But I've particularly been listening to Nas a lot more lately. So yeah, you can drop whatever you want, dude. It doesn't have to be hip hop. I'm just kind of feeling it, you know? That's all. So no Necro Trap? I don't even know what that is, dude. You could drop Necro Trap, I guess. Whatever that is. Alright, let me drop the Discord notification so we get some more people in here, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Let's do that and that. This is like some new shit. I don't know if I'm feeling this. I think I requested it last stream. Yeah, I think that once the stream's done, I think all the requests get wiped. Oh yeah, no. I heard you drop that and then you left. And I think I made a comment about how I felt about it. Oh, so you liked it? Uh uh Not really, no. I was just what the fuck is this? Oh shit. It's all good, big dog. You can't get them all, you know? It doesn't matter what a 30-year-old internet mouse man thinks. All that matters is that you like it, Kit Kat. Feeling emo? Alright, alright. You good, dog? You've been feeling emo quite a bit lately. I just don't really know good hip hop songs. Well, it doesn't have to be hip hop. That's just sort of what I'm queuing up. I'm just a bit tired after a social event. I feel you, dude. Dude, yesterday I went to a water park, which is why there was no stream. And bro, I slept so fucking good. It's crazy, dude. Something about like insane heat and swimming around all day just fucking knocked me the fuck out. I don't think I've slept that good in a while, dude. I'm like, man, I gotta start swimming or something. Dude, your digital style kicks ass, makes it look quite tasteful and hand-drawn. Oh, thanks, Mr. Chicken. How you doing? Yo, water park, respect. Yeah, that's why there was no stream yesterday, dude. I was too busy splishing and splashing. I think the trick really with the hand drawn look is just the brush I use. I use the Kasem soft sketcher. It has such a pencily look to it. And you can like feather it and really make it feel like a pencil. I really dig this brush. Good evening, Snack. Good evening, Knifey. I saw your thing, Knifey, and it made me think of something earlier today while I was at work. Do you feel like giving feedback? Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. I'm just gonna let a couple more people trickle in, and then we can go over it. Oh damn, he thinks about me outside of stream. Well, it's mostly that I check the Discord once every like day or two, and I saw your thing posted in there, so I was like, huh. I know what to say on this. I know what to say, or I know what direction to go in. Not that I have anything necessarily particular to say, but pencils have truly become obsolete. I do really like the pencil look, but hey, give me a bellow when you're gonna start. Does that mean does that mean like let you know, like give you a shout? It'll soon, in like 10 minutes roughly. Literally tell me. Okay, I will literally tell you, don't worry. It's a thing that I think is something that I see a lot of not necessarily big artists, but I really think it's a thing that stronger artists utilize a lot, okay? Knifey. By the way, I got my first com. Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna continue bashing my head against Ultra Kill. Alright, do your thing. I'll call you over soon. Dude, let me be your second. There you go. If you want to talk business, hit me up on Discord. See? A professional illustrator is born. Professional's a big word. Well, if you make money, you're kind of a professional, dude. I know professionals in the industry that are terrible at their job, so you don't have to worry. There's gonna be shitheads and professionals, or people who are more professional than others everywhere you work. Okay, so the word professional really is relative to your degree of professionalism. Oh my fucking god, dude! This back eye is just not working. She looks cross-eyed. It's like bothering me. I'm thinking this just needs to come in more. Oh, yeah, that works way more. Okay, you know what, Knifey? We're just gonna go over it now because I do kind of want to go over it. I think I know. I'm just gonna say this today might be a slow stream. It is a Monday, so we don't. We're just gonna say we're gonna go into it. All right. Critiques. So the one thing I want to go into And I was trying to find, there's like a term for it, okay? And I was really struggling to find the term for it. And I see your notes there. I'm trying to think of what the fuck the term is, okay? There's a term for the phenomenon where you imply a shape without necessarily drawing the shape, okay? Like if I do this, if I do this, this is a bad example, but I'm trying to think. What the fuck is the term I'm looking for here? Term for artistic technique, art technique of implying form. Manipulating last shot, I don't know. Ekphrasis, no. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know the word for it to like explain it to you. But essentially, what it is there's stuff I see a lot of high-skilled artists do that I think a lot of people starting out or people that haven't really explored too much don't always think of doing, okay? And I'm going to give you an example of it here. And what it is, it's basically implying shape without drawing the shape, okay? And I'll give you an example here. Look at this line here on the hair, okay? Or actually, let's look at the jacket here. Let's look at the jacket here. There's value here. Then it lifts off, and there's basically no line here, okay? And then there's more line down here. And then it lifts off, and then there's no line like right... There's no line like right here, okay? Then there's line here. And then it thins out, and then there's more line here. Like these sort of implying a shape, right? Like if I do a hand here, you can tell it's a hand even though I didn't connect every single aspect of it, you know? And I think that's something that a lot of beginner artists kind of struggle with grasping, is the idea that you don't need to draw the full object like the whole way through. And so a lot of the times that I see artists draw or like people trying to like look at things, you tend to do these very hard lines here, right? Hard outlines because you think, okay, in an object, you need to have defined boundaries everywhere on an object. But the reality is you can have tons of areas on your object that just have no lines associated to them, and it'll still feel the same. And not only will it feel the same, but it'll sometimes feel more appealing. Okay? Like you can see there's no line really connecting in this region either. And what happens is when you zoom out, it kind of just feels like there's light hitting that area because there's no line there, right? Like look at these lines here. Like there's rough, loose, scribbly lines, but the line weight is just so indiscriminate. Like there's no logic to it, really. It's just what feels good. This hair here has no line connecting it. Okay? Like there's tons of areas on this. I could point to like a bazillion different areas where the lines are just disconnected. Okay? And I think if I look at yours, I think I would struggle to point out one area where there's a disjointed line. Maybe here, but this doesn't seem intentional to me, okay? Like where the line is not connecting here. That doesn't strike me as intentional. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah. So I'm looking at this and I'm not seeing a lot of that. And I think that's something that a lot of artists don't utilize enough, at least at a sort of late beginner, early intermediate stage. And I think that doing that really sort of brings your art from it feeling stiff and oh my god, glad. You raiding me? She. Welcome in, Glad. How you doing, dude? What a fat raid, dude. How's your freaking Knifey? We'll get back to your revision, by the way, in a sec. I'm gonna greet all the raiders. Oh my god, Snack, my internet just died. How are you talking right now? How does that work? How'd your sculpt do? I had to disappear for a little bit, but it always short circuits. Oh, it always short cut outs. Damn. Damn. Well, look, Glad, if you want to share your work, you're more than welcome to. I know you're sculpting. It's hard to share your sculpts because they're basically just like videos. You know, there's only video evidence of what you're doing. But the reality is, I think a lot of people in Glad's community know who I am. My name's Cat Snack. I go by Snack, usually on the internet. I draw people. I draw stuff like this. I draw stuff like this. I draw. Ooh, I fucked up my signature here. I swear. I say poop jokes and piss jokes and cum jokes. This is me. Okay. I draw stuff like this. Stuff like this. Stuff like this. And right now we're drawing stuff like this. We're all over the place, guys. But I appreciate you for the raid, dude. What a fat raid. What a good way to start a slow Monday. Glad if you want to hang around, you're more than welcome to. If you got a dip, you can dip. If you want to talk shit to me, I always invite a challenge, big dog. Do your worst. And right now, you guys caught us in the middle of a revision. We were going to go over a technical revision for one of our viewers who did a study here. And I was going over a concept, over the idea of drawing without necessarily actually drawing a thing. Does that sound crazy? So what I'm saying, essentially, is you can draw an object without actually connecting all the lines and still have that object read. Here's a bad screenshot. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Did we give a shout out? I don't think we did. I'll give you a shout out in 2 seconds. Looking pretty nice, dude. Let's check this shit out. Yeah, go follow Gladsass, dude. She's a regular here. I'm a regular there. I love Glad. You know, as much as she makes fun of me and I make fun of her, I love Glad. And I'm glad that Glad's here. So go give her some love, dude. I'm going to give her a shout out right now. Arc, or could you draw the normal way? You could just draw the normal way, but then your shit's going to suck, dude. And I'll explain why in 2 seconds. All right. Let me shout out this freaking Turbo Babe raiding in today. What do we got? Glad Sask. Shout out Glad Sask. That didn't fucking work. I'm not very good at this, okay? Normally I have mods for this shit. How does this work? SO. Okay, no, it did work. It just lagged. Oh, what the hell? I'm a raider. That's so strange. I like that I'm raiding on my own channel. Anyways, doesn't matter. We're gonna... Also, if you want to share your links or anything, dude, go crazy. Share links. We're gonna put you over here next to our revisions. And now we're gonna go back to, telling Knifey what the fuck he can do to make this better. And so what we were talking about 2 seconds ago is in a lot of like high-level artists, okay, they tend to do this thing where they imply form a lot more than they actually draw the form. Maybe not a lot more, but they definitely do it in a sense where they're implying the form rather than drawing it fully. And I'm specifically talking within the context of line art, guys. Okay, so if we get into line art, there's a term for this, and there's a technical art style and a way to explain this that I'm just terrible at, and I can't really think of it right now, but the point is, you can draw things without necessarily drawing them. And what I mean by that is if you look at this person here, I don't know who this artist is, by the way, Knifey. If you know who this artist is, I would love to credit them. I don't know who they are. I know you did a study of them or whatever. You don't have to drop their link, but it would help me avoid getting canceled in the future if I show people's artwork and give them mad clout by also telling people who they are. Got him out of Pinterest? Damn, Pinterest, the fucking evil-ass platform, dude. That fucking shit just steals art, bro. Steal an art machine. Jar Jar Blinks, thank you for the follow. Jar Blar Blinks, thank you for the follow, big dog. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Varania Cup. Am I saying that right? Varania Cup. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so look. So what I'm talking about here is look at this line, okay? So we've got this squiggly line here, And then we've got disjointed, like this doesn't even touch that line there. It's so hard to see because it's very close up, okay? And I should probably pull up better examples. But then look at here. Look, this whole region just has like no line. There's kind of a subtle line here, but there's almost no line, okay? We got another one here, no line. We've got another region. What do we got? We got regions here, just disjointed lines. I got little arrows because I want to highlight this, okay? Disjointed line here. I think a lot of artists, look at this. There's just no fucking line, guys. All right? And I think a lot of artists, when they draw things, in their brain, when you're starting out, or even when you're sort of like a late beginner, early intermediate, everybody has this idea in their head that when they're drawing some shit, they gotta fucking do everything, okay? I gotta have the perfect contour on this girl's face, okay? The chin has to come to this point, and then this jaw has to go all the way up to this jawbone here, and then blah, 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 blah. But the reality is, there are spots that you can just line, and there are spots that you don't need to line. I'm trying to think if there's examples on my work. It's probably not a good example on any of my work here. I tend to line things pretty deeply, but I do think that there are areas that you could just sort of not fully detail, and it tends to work. You can also get that same feeling by just varying line variety, right? So you can have like regions, like for instance, on this girl. Oh my fuck! Whoa! Hey! I didn't mean to show you guys the big tits, guys, but you know, whatever. When in Rome, right? All right. If you look at this girl here, like this line here is very, very thick. Okay, and these lines back here are relatively thin in comparison. They're probably about this thin. This one is like hella chunky, dude. And that's because it goes closer to the camera than the other lines, right? And there are aspects of line work that you can utilize to sort of simulate the idea that something is closer or farther away from the camera. I kind of have it here where my line is almost basically not a line. It is a very, very thin line here. And would you look at that? It's also the farthest point on my entire drawing. Isn't that crazy? How we have our thickest line up here at almost the closest point on my drawing. And then we also have the lightest line back here at the farthest point on my drawing. You have my attention, mouse person? All right, Jar Blar blinks. Dude, you're going to give me a freaking aneurysm saying that shit over and over. And then another thing you can do, and I don't know if you've noticed, but on the actual body, ignoring the face, because there's a lot of detail that doesn't follow these rules in the face, because I want that to be the focal area, right? I want this to draw the eye in, and everything should serve to draw the eye into this region right there. I'm going to fuck my pen up. I really want to illustrate that, okay? And so, but if you look at other regions outside the face here, my hand, these lines are probably the darkest lines on my face, or on the body, right? I don't think, like, if I color pick this, it's not actually that dark. I'm trying to think of the darkest pixel on this hand. It's pretty dark, okay? Now, I don't know that the darkest pixel in this area, maybe that one pixel here, is going to match up with that. In general, I have darker lines closer up, right? And then what this does is it kind of draw the eye in. The fingers draw the eye in, and then you have this composition that leads the eye up the arm into the face where I want it to look. And then I have all these other flows in here doing the exact same thing, right? The curve on the body here has a flow to it that sort of leads the eye organically up. The tail is probably actually the most dog shit part of this whole thing, and you should ignore the tail because it doesn't serve the illustration at all, and I should have never added it. But, you know, she's a dog girl, and we're here for clout, so we added the tail. Anyways. Oh, now I'm good. Getting ready for bed. I thought you said editing before bed. And I was like, ooh, you're dropping another Instagram reel, Glad? I'm gonna ignore this little arrow. I don't need this arrow. Get off my drawing. Okay. I'm trying to think. Even this guy here, right? His curve, the curvature of both his arm here flows up into his face, right? The composition just kind of serves to draw the eye up to where I want the eye to look. And that's probably where I'm gonna put the most detail, right? So there's things and tricks that you can use, Knifey. There's things and tricks that you can use. Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make everybody horny. Okay. This is not the page I'm looking at. Okay. Back to this. Knifey. So what I'm saying here is the thing that I think makes your illustration maybe come off a little bit flatter than this illustration here is a combination, and we're going to give you some bullets here, of line variety, line weight. And by line variety, do you know what I mean? What I mean by line variety is just a switch up in sort of, thicks, thins. So thicks, thins. Um, Actually, line variety will just it'll include both weight and value. So thicks and thins, weight and value. Too much of an emphasis also. Too much of an emphasis. I'm gonna write it next to it just because when I give you the screenshot, it'll be easier if I can capture it all in like one big thing. So too much emphasis. Kiko Hinata, how you doing, big dog? The second I bring out the hang jugs, dude, Kiko Hinata's here. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. What was it? What was the revision I was gonna give you? Too much focus on perfect outlines. Okay, too much focus. Try on the next piece. Too much focus on perfect outlines. Whoop, that's not a P. Okay, perfect outlines. Try on the next piece to, instead of trying to perfectly outline your piece, try to think of some areas or try to get comfortable with the idea of not always finishing a line. Okay? And this shit might fuck with you, and it might look like dog shit, but it is like a gateway into better art production, okay? Because once you can get a feel, and it really is a thing that you have to learn intuitively through trial and error, but once you can get a feel on where you should leave a line and where you should get rid of a line and keep a line and all that shit and everything in between, you will get more variety in your artwork, and you'll get a much more appealing art as a whole, okay? The goal of your art should be to prioritize appeal over everything. I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't matter whether it's anatomically correct. It doesn't matter whether the lighting makes sense, whether the rendering makes sense. None of that shit matters so long as it looks good, all right? If your shit can look good, your PNG isn't moving at all. Oh, okay, let me fix this. What about now? Is it moving now? Test, microphone, test. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. All right. For whatever reason, I had to give her the freaking giant hooters, bro. All right, let me bring it back. Okay, now we're good. Flat snack is back. Okay. Above all else. By the way, I saw your message, NFT. Sorry. Sup, Rodent? Just saying hi before bed. Your PNG ain't moving, by the way. Oh, shit. I guess I didn't read the whole message. What the? With the shine effect? What shine effect? What are you talking about? There's no shine effect. I'm bringing up the tits again. Not because I know you want it, but because I want to check for the shine effect. Oh, you mean on the glasses? Oh, okay, yeah. Not on the tits. There's no, like, fucking sparkle on the tits like they're oiled up or anything. That'll be the DLC, dude. You guys gotta pay way more subs for that shit. I can't afford those type of upgrades. My message is shiny. My message. Alright. Aren't you going to bed, big dog? I'm just playing. Purple message. Dude, I fucking stink. I don't know if I forgot to put on deodorant this morning, but I'm nasty, bro. Alright, NFT, Knifey. Fuck. I'm just gonna take a little minute here to collect myself. Alright, bye. Bye-bye. Good night, nasty snack. I know you're an armpit sniffer, dude. Don't lie to me. I know you like a good sniff. Don't let her lie to you, chat. Raiders, I know the real man she is, okay? Don't listen to her. She likes a good armpit sniff. Alright. Too much focus on perfect. You can do stuff that defies the expectations of like what people teach you, except for me, because everything I say is perfect, okay? But on a serious note, just because your anatomy's wonky, just because your rendering isn't perfectly accurate and it doesn't align with the fucking orientation of the sun and the orbit of the moon, okay, doesn't mean your art can't look good. And I think you guys should prioritize appeal over everything. It doesn't mean you should ignore learning the other things. Never rating you again. Well, we just give truths here. I'm a truth speaker. What can I say? What can I say? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Glad. I know you're not a pit sniffer. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah, so all that to say, dude, appeal is super important. Jarblar Blank said something, and I only read the first sentence, so maybe he touched on something I'm trying to say here. But he said, I did an exercise recently where I traced over another artist's work, but was able to experiment with different lining styles. It's a great way to compare and contrast the effect of line weight and value depending on priority. Yeah, that's a great exercise, dude. Straight up. And another thing, if people want to know, like obviously in your case, Jarblar Blanks, you're using tracing in terms of like studying, right? Which is an effective way to study. One of the best ways to tell when someone's tracing some shit is to just see how flat their lines are. Because a lot of the times when people trace something, they'll just straight up, if I go over like Glad's thing here, if I went over this, I would just do this. Oh, I would do that on another layer, obviously. But I would do this, and then this, and then this. This is how people trace stuff. They just kind of go in, and then they do everything literally. And then it becomes super obvious that it's traced based on that, right? Because they're not drawing, making changes and pivoting based off of what's appealing or not. They're doing it based off of what they see is there, and that's sort of the issue, and that's sort of how people get caught tracing or whatever. Anyways, this is not a tutorial on how to not get caught tracing, but I'm just saying that's a very obvious tell is when the lines are perfectly even, like it was done by a printer, and it's because your brain is just not in the same mode when you're trying to draw from imagination, or just do a study or whatever, right? But yeah, anyways, there's tons of things that I think are really valuable when it comes to tracing. Another way you can trace, while we're on the topic of tracing, is you could just go over something and look at the shapes, right? You could be like, how does this person utilize their shapes, right? You can go over it, you can look at it like this. Tracing is a fantastic tool, and it gets too much hate, and I think everybody should trace a little bit at some point in time, especially if you're trying to break something down. Don't be afraid to trace, alright, guys? Dark Tav 99? Shit, you follow me? Shit. Dark Tav. What the fuck is Tav, dude? I feel like that reminds me of something. What is a Tav? I trace when I struggle to speed things along a bit, I admit. When you say that, do you mean like you trace in terms of like giving yourself more of a guideline, like the structure and all that stuff? BG3, that's why it rings a bell, dude. That's why it rings a bell. Who was it? Who was Tab in BG3? Tab, BG3. Oh, it's the default name, right? Yeah, it's the default name. Yeah, okay. That's right. That's right, I know now. I knew it the whole time. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, you could totally trace, dude. All I'm saying is that if you're gonna trace, don't claim it as your own. Probably use the shapes to guide your like your drawing, right? Like if I were tracing this, I'd probably be looking at the way they use like their shapes, right? Like their cylinders and all that stuff or whatever. Something like this, and then, breaking down the shapes like this. This is sort of how I would trace, and I would draw through the whole way. And I'd be like, okay, this shape is here, and then look, we can break this down and be like, oh wow, they have a lot of large, medium, and small shapes, right? Which is like a thing that we talk about a lot here. Large, medium, small shapes. We got a medium here, right? We got a large here. We got a small here. We got kind of two smalls here. And normally this would not work, but the thing is their shape language is so different that it does work. And this isn't really, actually, this isn't technically a small shape. It's more part of this larger shape. So it's kind of like they have a large, small, and a medium side by side, and then a small up here, the medium here, right? Like, look at all these mediums, large, and smalls, right? And then we got a large here. Right? See that, guys? See that large, medium, and small being utilized? It's beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye. You are Tav. Thank you. Got anything else regarding my feedback? I'm very limited, I think, when you submit studies, okay? Because I could focus on how you studied it, right? and the things that I think you're doing wrong. But I think really in this particular study, everything I mentioned is more or less what I think you should focus on. Another thing I guess I could say also is your hatching lines don't really work. They feel a little flat and unappealing. And I think because you have them so even here and going the same direction the whole way through, it flattens out the image a little bit. And if you look at this, okay, they're way tighter on the inside here. Like, look how tight these lines are to one another relative to these lines, okay? And I'll give you a little explainer as to why that is. And even in here, okay, as things bunch up, it gets a lot tighter. And I'll give you a little trick. Let's say you're doing a cylinder here, okay? Let's say you're hatching a cylinder. If I'm just gonna duplicate this cylinder. It's not a very pretty cylinder, but you know it'll illustrate my point. So let's say I'm going through here and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna illustrate the cylinder. I'm gonna do that, 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 that. Okay, versus that. So as you get farther away, things start to tighten, okay? You're gonna get a lot more form identification in your drawing and your shapes. Do you post VODs or anything? This stuff is gold, and I'd love to watch stuff I missed. Yeah, dude, my VODs are up. I don't take my VODs down; they auto upload unless like something crazy happened, like I pull a Kai Cenat and accidentally pull my penis out on stream. The odds are my VODs are gonna stay up. So yeah, all my VODs should be up. I do think they self delete after a while, and most of my stream is probably me just talking shit to chat and drawing. But for the feedback segments, for sure the VODs will have that. You're just gonna have to do a little bit of digging because they are like 5-hour streams. Lately, we've been doing a lot more technical stuff, but also Jarblar Blinks. They should be on YouTube. Yeah, except I don't always stream on YouTube. I don't even know if I'm live on YouTube right now. I pressed go live button, but I'm gonna be honest, guys. YouTube kind of fucky. It just doesn't work very well for me. Every time I try to go live, oh fuck, I just signed out. Shit. Every time I try to go live on YouTube, I gotta log back in now. Fuck. I wish I never did that. I clicked the wrong button. Let me see. Am I live on YouTube, guys? Can somebody tell me while I try to log into my account because I'm a dumbass and I just clicked out? You are? Okay, well, isn't that beautiful? I guess my button works now. Okay, yeah, so my YouTube VODs should be there forever. Indefinitely. YouTube VODs don't get cleared. I typed on there. Excellent, Yeti. Thank you for the engagement. Let me go over there and figure it out. It's taking a long time to load. Anyway, it's not important. But yeah, Jarblar Blinks, you can follow me on YouTube, I guess. Or what you can also do, Jarblar Blinks, is you could join the Discord. And the reason Knifey Man here is getting a critique is because he posted his art in the critiques channel. And every time somebody posts their art in the critiques channel, I'll go over it live, so long as both I am live and they are in chat. Okay, that's the only condition, really. I don't go over work if people are, you know, AFK or whatever, because I feel like that's rude. You know, I'm giving you my time for free. The only payment that I ask for is that you listen and then apply what I say. Okay, but yeah, so okay, so back to the cylinder thing. Actually, let's drop the Discord link in there. I'm paying. You're paying with your time, just like I am. And then when you're big and famous one day, Knifey Man, and you're drawing super 3D hentai at like perfect resolution, and you become a millionaire, don't forget who helped along the way. All right, the little guys. Jarblar Blinks, I will say though, we are an 18+ community. Do not join the Discord if you're under 18, and don't hang out here if you're under 18, because we get a little crazy sometimes. Okay, going back to this, when you hatch something, if you want to show that the form is shifting, you would get tighter lines. So a thing I will do is if I'm lining something, the closer I get to the edge of that thing, the tighter my lines will get, and the farther I am, the wider they will get, okay? And then see how all I'm doing here is widening and tightening these lines in a straight line, and somehow that you could tell what the shape is, right? You could tell there's no actual like edge to it or anything, but you could tell this is more or less like it's a fucked up looking cylinder, but you could tell it's a cylinder. Or maybe it's a tendon or whatever. You know what I mean? It could be a muscle, you know? But that's the idea. You can show form with hatching by tightening your hatch lines as you reach the edges of whatever the object is that you're showing. You can also show compression points. So let's say you have a piece of fabric, okay? Let's say you have two pins up here and you have a diaper fold. Yes, it's funny. It's called a diaper fold. I don't know why it's called a diaper fold. It's just kind of what it's called. Maybe diaper pins used to be like this back in the day, but... So let's say you have... I'm gonna do just a loose piece of fabric here, right? And then I'm doing a diaper fold. So if I'm going in here and I want to hatch this, what I can do is I can do tighter lines. I gotta make my brush a little bit thinner here, but... Tighten these lines in here. Looser, looser, tighter, 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 tighter. These are going to be very, very tight, right? Because you're getting really bunched up in here. You're going to get very, very tight. As you come out here, you can get looser, looser, looser. Following the direction of the curves. Looser, looser, tighter. Actually, tighter. Looser, looser, looser. Tight. Starting to tighten now. Tight, tight, tight. Loose, loose. They're tight, tight, tight while we're by the edges. Looser, 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 looser. Tighter, tighter, tighter. And look at that. Doesn't that feel a little bit more tight, I guess? It feels like a more clarified form, right? I've followed all the things and I've ample age to do so. Cheers. Hell yeah, big dog. So anyways, so that's sort of a little tutorial on hatching, dude. So when you're looking at this, these lines here, as they're getting darker, as they get darker in these regions, god damn it. Where's my eraser? Whatever, doesn't matter. As they get tighter here on the edge, it's not for no reason, Knifey, okay? And you can tell these lines are following the form of the torso. I'm going to make my brush thicker so you can clearly tell, but like these are showing the form. This lady has breasts, so it's going to be a little bit rounded, right? And it doesn't really matter what direction you choose, Knifey, whether you hatch this way or this way. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're sort of applying these rules, and you're also sort of making sure that you're following the form as well, right? Like if I have a circle here, I'm not gonna hatch this circle like this. That wouldn't really make sense. Okay, I'm probably gonna hatch it in multiple parts, where I do something like this, then something like this, then something like this, as these lines wrap the form. And that's sort of what you're seeing here. And they don't need to necessarily be lined up horizontally together like I had them. You can have them offset too. That's perfectly fine. So long as they're like, you know, they're doing the thing I'm talking about, right? And then it'll read the way that you want it to read. Yeah, she got a pair. I can see that. Oh yeah. Right? And so that's why these lines are horizontal, but they also work, right? Because they're wrapping this form here like this. It's very subtle, but there is a curvature to these lines. Very, very, very subtle, right? And then in here, these are also more or less wrapping, you know, they're going like, if I were to draw these lines through, like I connect this to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, like it's kind of making that shape. Now it's not going to be perfect, but it is more or less going to sort of like show that contour here, right? Anyways. So that's how you would use hatching in this sense. In this style, I should say. Hatching should... Generally, I'm putting generally in parentheses because I don't want people to think when I say these things that they're hard rules that can never be broken. They can be broken, okay? And there are times where you can break them, and it's going to make it look good. Okay, but before you start breaking the rules, try to learn the rules, all right? So when I say generally, I'm hedging, okay? I'm hedging my revision here because I don't want you to think that everything Snack says is gospel and I can never ever do anything outside of the guides that he's giving me because I'll never be a good artist. That's not true, okay? But it is better to know these things before you try to do them otherwise. Hatching generally follow these rules. Tighter as it approaches, okay, the boundary of the edge of the form. The edge of the form. Okay? Directionally, should contour the shape. What I mean by that, it's basically the wire mesh. So if I have a sphere, right? My this is a bad sphere, but you get the idea. It should everybody knows the sphere contours, or most artists will know the contours on a sphere, right? So you should kind of just sort of follow the contours of an object, and the more complex that object gets, the more that these wire meshes are going to change. Okay, like if I have an object like this, these could be anything, right? It could be like this. There could be a dip inside of here that makes it go like this. Right? Maybe it curves like that. This is where it kind of comes up to you and how you want to do it, right? But this is the idea. Right? So that's going to be your revisions. I got to get this as much on the screen as I can. Thank you kindly. No worries, dog. No worries. Okay, okay. Akachi, hey there. Hello, hello. How you doing, Akachi? I'm gonna move this into the revisions folder, and we're gonna get back to drawing my lovely, beautiful babes. It's not the revisions folder. Shit. I'll go wolf down some dinner. Have a good one, mate. All right, big dog. I appreciate you, Knifey. Catch you in the next one. Soapy. Your name is like on the drawing. I can't tell if it's Soapy. Soapy with the big eye face. Welcome to the wolf pack, big dog. Welcome to the wolf pack. Okay, now I'm gonna get back to drawing my babes. I just gotta figure out where to put these images. I don't think this is where they go. They go in this folder. Okay. Where are my ladies at? There we go. Also, guys, yes, it's Soapy. Hi, everyone. Hello, Soapy. Also, guys, by the way, you could call me Jar or Blar, so it's not, hell on earth. Jar Blar Blinks keeps my brain sharp, though, I like the alliteration. Well, actually, it's more like a tongue twister. It's not really alliterating till the end, but... Anyways, guys, I was about to say, I'm currently listening to Nas, but the thing with this channel is, unlike Glad, I don't know if she's still here, but I'm going to talk shit to Glad. Unlike Glad, I like when my chat chooses what music to listen to, okay? So you guys you're free to scroll down below, and if you click the request song reward, it only costs 5 channel points because I want to encourage people to use it. You can drop a Spotify link in there, and it'll queue up whatever song you want to listen to. I do ask that you make the music tolerable. Don't be like that one guy who showed up and kept queuing Monastery Bells. That'll drive me crazy, and it'll get you banned. But, even if your music sucks, as long as it's music, I will tolerate it. So, anyways, that ad segment is over. Speaking of ads, we might have ads coming up, because it's 50 minutes in now. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. What's your favorite genre? Ooh, I don't know, dude. I've been listening to a lot of Alexa on Fire lately. I've been listening to a lot of electronic lately. I've been listening to a lot of country country lately. There's not a lot that you can really go wrong with. Like I really like Alexa on Fire is one of my favorite bands ever. I know we're listening to like Nas, which is the classic hip hop. Wait, it glitched. Did you say Alexis on Fire? Yeah, Alexis on Fire is probably my favorite band of all time. I've seen them live. I've been in their mosh pits. I love Alexis on Fire, dude. So yeah, I'm not overly picky with music. But the internet is surprisingly good on the beach here. Damn, bro. We got fucking Star Queen lounging, watching a little bit of snack. Do you like Poison Well? Kind of similar. Never heard of them. You know, if you want to cue it up, I'm more than welcome to try. You're more than welcome to try. And I was trying to say I am more than welcome to give them a try, and I was whatever. You know what I mean. Cue it up, big dog. What up, Costi? How you doing? Uh, I kind of, I'm like, the second you put color on my canvas, I'm like, oh man, dude, I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I want to do that right now. Whatever, whatever. You Come Before You is their best album in my opinion. Be right back. I'll cue one. All right. Just keep in mind if you drop a Spotify link, it will guarantee the song will queue up. If you write the name, it doesn't pull from anything other than Spotify. So if it's like a weird band or something, it'll just put up like whatever. So what are you up to today, Kasi? I kind of want to do like crazy. I wanted to give her like big pigtails, but I don't know if that's. I don't know if I'm really fucked with it. Are you gonna color this one too, or are you capping at the two ladies on the side? I mean, they're not even colored, dude. They're like blocked in. Not even. This one's blocked in barely. I didn't do shit to it. I could keep coloring it, I guess. I've been procrastinating. There you go. Okay, what? Let's fine. Let's do a little rendering. Some colors better than nothing. Well, you've never seen me color, so this is a popular song from the album, but personally, I like all of them. All right, let's check it out. CSP, you can not freeze now. Thank you. What color is the face normally, or the forehead? It's like usually a little bit more yellowish. I think if I go yellow, that might be too much. Still a bit much. Let's give her some blush, maybe. Also, nice liner, by the way. Thanks. I try, dude. I try. Let's go a little bit reddish. Give her some face blush. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Am I holding the right button? Oh, this is not last tattooing the right thing. I wasn't holding the right button. Not that. Ah, there we go. I think for the tail, I'm probably gonna go a lot darker. Maybe just like on a certain part of it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the whole thing. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, I think that works better. I think it leads that better. I'm gonna sleep now. Gotta be at work in 7.5 hours. Damn. Good night, Glad. I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid, dude. And I hope you have a good night. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. The face is probably going to be the most important part. It's also a pretty tough area to render. Now the eyes, I'm still kind of torn on what color I want the eyes to be. If we've got a lot of purples and reds, I'm trying to think of like a complementary color to that. Purple and red is here on the hue scale. So like yellow and green would be good for like a secondary color. Kind of have yellow there, I think. I don't know shit about color theory, guys, so I'm sort of freestyling right now. That's a little too much. I don't really. We can go a little darker there. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Guys, one thing you'll learn about me for a lot of new viewers right now, I hate coloring, okay? It's not that I'm terrible at it. I'm not actually that bad at it. I struggle with it. Okay, no, I'm pretty bad at it, guys. I'm pretty bad. Not the worst, okay? My line art is definitely my strength, though. You got this, I believe. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, this could be this is like diarrhea green, dude. We could do something a little bit better. But it looks so good. Yeah, you're biased. You ain't? Uh-huh. I don't buy it. I'm trying to take like a less is more approach. But we'll see. And CSP shitting itself. I should probably save. Okay. Now I feel much more comfortable. Young cotton singing a tree. Ba, 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 ba. Rain your innocence on me. Boom, 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 boom. By the way, Yeti, I see the YouTube chat now. Debar Allen, hello. Sorry I'm ignoring you. I'm terrible at looking at my YouTube chat, so If you really want to talk to me, dude, this is the place to be. But this is the place to be. I mean, Twitch. I didn't clarify, but you could not stay in a tree. So right. So how you guys doing? How's your Monday going? We got real quiet there because once I get into painting, dude, I just have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm all hands on deck brain wise. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm back. And I'm here. I'm good procrastinating right now, but my drawing a bit. So what are you doing? Pick up the brush. Get to work. Okay, fair enough. Surprised I'm home, but just for tonight. Face, so I speak. I'm great, and you? Dude. Okay, I had the craziest shit happen last night. You wanna know what happened? I fucking slept, dude. I haven't slept properly in like months, dude. And properly, I just mean like, okay, I've slept properly. This is just the most I've slept in like a like ever, basically. Like I don't normally get 8.5 hours of sleep on a Sunday night. It just doesn't happen. Okay. And luckily, what happened was I went to a water park and I splished and splashed around, and I got all wet and drippy and soppy, and I played around in the pool, and that tired me out, dude. I was like a tuckered little dog at the end of the day, and I fucking went to bed at like 9, dude, and I passed out. Oh shit, got them ads, but pretend I hear the rest of the story. Oh my god, really? Oh, she knows, dude. Yeah, and then I went to Costa's place. I hung out with her mom. Her mom loved me quite a bit, actually, and invited me over to stay the night. I'm so happy you're able to sleep well. Okay, okay, she can hear me. I thought I was gonna keep running this bit, dude. She's giving too much context now. I can't run with that bit. Totally, that would do the trick. Yeah, okay. Me and her mom were definitely in the same bed together, making sweet, sweet love, sharing, linking fingers, looking each other in the eyes, and just having a heck of a good time. No, but seriously, I slept really fucking well, dude. And I'm like, you know what the moral is here? I need to start doing cardio, I think, because it was really just the treading water that did me in. that did it like that made me so sleepy, you know? And I think the moral is I need to start doing cardio. I think I'm gonna start looking at doing cardio. I'm a weightlift boy, all right, traditionally. So cardio to me is it's forbidden, okay? It's the forbidden fruit. You don't do cardio. But I'm starting to think you do cardio. Okay, I'm back. Don't rewind. Everything you said was on point. Don't worry about it. I don't know what flat color to use for the pants. Or if she should even wear pants. She should wear pants, guys. I don't know why I said that. You guys, I'm not. I can't let you guys decide this shit. Okay? Was it really, or are you just joshing? I'm just joshing around. Oh, I'm just joshing around. Okay, what am I thinking for the pants? Probably blue, since we're in the purples and stuff. Like a grayish blue probably makes the most sense. Yeah, like something like that. It's- You are psychic, dude. You knew everything I was saying. Oh shit, I don't have my freaking boundary on. What the hell? I'm having a little trouble going from drawing on paper to drawing on a Cintiq. Any advice? That's a good question, man. I'm gonna be real with you. It took me so long to get used to drawing with a tablet. And I will say this, okay? It's a different skill. Not in the sense that like your anatomy understanding and like your ability to draw in three quarter just doesn't carry over. It's not that different of a skill, but it is a different skill in the sense that the tools are going to be a little bit different to get used to. Imagine, Robin, if you were going to go into drawing like from pencil using AB pencil kits into watercolor, right? That transition and change of medium would take a lot of relearning and a lot of frustrations and kinks to work out. So my advice to you would be to experiment with different like brushes within the digital like medium. Okay, find one you feel more at ease with. A lot of people say like, "Hey, don't worry about brushes. Don't worry about this." That's bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. Okay. The reality is, some brushes are better than others for you. Okay. What they're trying to say is, don't let brushes be the end all be all of my PhD tubers. Not working again. I'm just gonna reset it real quick. What they're trying to say is brushes are the end all be all of being able to produce good art, which is true. But brushes do determine stylistically the direction of your art. So experiment with brushes, try some crazy shit out, try some basic shit out, find what you like, okay? And just keep trying for things until you find you have anchored yourself to a path or direction that you could see yourself pursuing in more depth or that relates to an artist that you like that you could all like emulate stylistic things from, right? Or pull from, or a set of artists, right? To find your style. But I will say that transition from traditional to digital is tough. So that's what I would say is don't be afraid to try things out of your comfort zone with digital. It is a different medium. All of your abilities will transfer over, but the medium will be a thing that you are going to have to be patient with and you're going to have to try things out with. I wish I had better advice for you, Robin. It just kind of sucks, doing that jump. But I get it. I've been there. A lot of artists have been there, and you'll get there. Say May, hope you're well. Did some sketching today. Very nice, dude. I am well. I slept incredibly well, actually. But yeah. There we go. There we go. My PNG tuber's talking. All right, we're good. We're back, baby. We're back. Guys, I'm getting frustrated on this again. I did too much. I don't know why I started shading. I should have just done flats. Flats should have been stage one. Sweet, thanks. That's what I seem to be bumping into. Things just don't look the same. I'll try out some more brushes. Yeah, try out different brushes. Try out different canvas sizes. Don't let it like just be a limiting thing, like where you just do brushes. Different canvas sizes. Um, different. Watch different. Take this as an opportunity to watch different art tutorials. You know, get get experimental. You know. Try things out. Don't be afraid to try things out. That's what I would say. That's easier said than done, obviously. But you know, it is what it is. It's not gonna be easy, but you'll get there. Just persevere. Okay, we'll come back to her. I'm over it, guys. I can't do it right now. I'm not in the mood. I don't wanna fiddle around with color while I'm live. This is an off-stream thing, I think. We're gonna go back to drawing this lovely babe here, because at least I know how to do that. I'm weak, guys. I'm weak. What the fuck? No. Excusez-moi. Oopsies. Let's see. Dork artist? What the hell? I was just watching you, dude. You following little old me? Shit, you raiding in here? You coming over here? Damn, dude. I appreciate you, dog. How you doing? How you doing? If you guys don't know, Dark Artist is an insanely cracked artist, dude. This guy's fucking insane. I assume you're a guy. I have no idea, but you are genuinely cracked out of your mind. You deserve way more eyes on your channel, bro. I don't know why I go in there and there should have been 1,000 people watching you, bro. You were out of this fucking world. I do be. Oh, he do be. But yeah, dude. So a dude, very nice. We like those. If you want to share your art, or if you want to share anything you've been working on, you're more than welcome to. You know the deal, dude. You've been on Twitch around long enough. You know the deal. You know how it goes when one artist raids another. You get to talk about yourself. You get to share your art. You get your moment in the spotlight. I'm gonna give you a shout out. I'm gonna do my neighborly duty and shout your ass out. I hate this fucking song though. Let me switch the song. This is my least favorite Alexis on Fire song. I kind of want to listen to. What do I want to listen to? I want to listen to. I want to listen to Big Pun. Sue me. But yeah, so I'll actually give you a little shout out, and then I'm gonna yap about me, okay? Because it's all about me all the time. All right, shout out, Dork Artist. Shout out Dork Artist. Dork Artist is absolutely insane. You should go check them over on twitch.tv/Dork Artist. Check out their art. They're fucking cracked. They also have a Discord with a bazillion channel things where people share their art. And I've seen some of my chatters in there. And some of the stuff they share, guys, it's very naughty. But some of it is also very good. But yeah, so a little bit about me. My name's Cat. I go by Cat Snack. People call me Snack. Okay? I draw stuff like that. We've got normally I don't have a lot of color on my screen. I decided I was going to experiment with color a little bit, but normally there's no color on my screen, and I do a lot of pencil work. I do stuff like this. I do stuff like this. I do stuff like this. I do stuff like these guys here, a little bit more rendered stuff, little, yeah, whatever. We're kind of all over the place. We do big ass melons like that, stuff like this. Sometimes I get a little bit more cartoony with it, you know? This is a creepy version of me, but we're all over the place with what we draw, dude. I think we were trying to limit our line weight, so I was trying to draw all these ladies with just one uniform weight, more or less. Yeah, so that's sort of what we're at. We're just doing random shit right now. How you gonna call me crack with this? I mean, bro, look, dude, teach me how to render, all right? I want to render like you, dork artist. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, bro. Slide in my DMs. Let me pick your brain, dude. I want to know exactly how you color, dude, because I could do some nice lines, but my rendering is dog shit. All right? And I'm not even joking, dude. You might actually, dork artist, straight up be one of my favorite renderers on this platform. I think you are fucking top tier on this platform, dude. I said it. I'm not even joking, guys. I don't give praise that much. No, that's a lie. I do, but I am sincere when I say that I think Dork Artist is actually has one of the nicest rendering styles. You know what it reminds me of? You know, I guarantee you know who this is. You know who Dave Raposa is, Dork? Fuck. Your shit reminds me of like Dave Raposa meets like splash art. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's that nice texture, that nice like desaturated sort of like I don't know. I love it, dude. I just fucking love it. I love that gothic look, you know? I love that gothic look. I dig it. So, go follow his ass. Anyways. And then back to me, okay? So what we do here, more or less, is just draw random shit. Sometimes chicks, sometimes dudes, whatever we really feel like drawing. And then another part is we have a little Discord where people can post in the critiques channel, and I give live feedback on stream and go over people's work whenever they post in the critiques channel. Did I just drop a link here? Yeah, dude, there's no restrictions. I trust you. Until one day someone burns me on that, and then they drop a link to their Rule 34, their OnlyFans, I think we're just going to let people share links when they raid in. But yeah. Alright, we got a Discord link here. What do we got? I'm telling you guys, this shit is fucking nutty, dude. This shit is so fucking nutty. Let me pull this shit up. Where is this shit? My canvas is massive. I didn't mean to pivot that there. Alright. Check this shit out, guys. Isn't this fucking so nice? I love it, dude. I love the way you use color. I love it all. I don't know why I'm flipping. That's like, that's kind of like a essay for an artist, dude. I shouldn't flip somebody else's canvas. No, but I'm just kidding. But no, it's crazy, dude. It's so nice. It's so nice. I love the like undead look this chick has here on the left. This chick reminds me of like Moira in terms of like color palettes from like Overwatch. I think she looks dope, dude. But yeah, guys, go check out Dork Artist. Follow his ass. I don't know. He has a blue sky with like one thing posted to it. You gotta get socials, bro. What are you doing? How am I supposed to give you more love? Liza P and Street Fighter characters. Oh, okay. I'm so chronically not online that I'm very bad at like recognizing characters. People will come in here. Don't let the furry mouse deceive you, okay? I'm not chronically online at all. I'm very much a normie. So people come in here and name video game characters, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I should have known that. I've heard those games. I definitely have heard of Liza P, and I definitely have heard of Street Fighter. Love your avatar too? Well, he loves you too. He loves you too, dude. Quite a bit. Anyways. Oh my. I'm just playing, dog. I can't be doing that to new people, dude. That feels wrong, you know? But sometimes being wrong is so right, you know? Don't quote me on that, please. When my cancellation starts, that's really going to be a thing that's quoted a lot. Alright. I was drawing this lady. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with her. I'm just kind of scribbling until we figure out some shapes that I really like, and then we'll sort of tie them down. I'm trying to play around with this style of just going like really messy and loose, and then just tightening things down as I find the lines. You know what I mean? But I'm not sort of like attached to anything here. I do think I want like some sort of like arm thing where her arm comes out like this. Maybe it's gripping like a belt or like a piece of fabric or whatever. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing here. Oh my, even like your sketching style. Oh, thanks, man. A lot of this stuff is very loose still. And I'm trying to find the sort of line. You know the line where your drawing is loose enough that it feels dynamic and it has flow, but not tight enough that you stiffen it. That line this year, that has been my holy grail search, dude. I have been This is like the next transition, I think, in like my sort of my art is just trying to find that fucking sweet spot. It's so hard to do. But every time you're able to pull it off a little bit better, you get a little bit better at intuitively identifying it. And it's something you gotta like brute force train into yourself, man. And it's rough. And I think for me, I'm trying real hard, which is why I'm trying to get a little bit more sketchy with shit. You know? Right now, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the legs. I should probably sort of define these a little bit better. Her hips are in here, but... And I'm not even drawing on the right layer. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Let's draw on this layer. But yeah, also, dude, Dork. Do you want me to call you Dork? I assume Dork is what it is. If you gotta dip, if you gotta take off, if you got shit to do, you got a life to live, I'm not gonna blame you. You can take off, you can go to bed, you can eat food, you can go hang out with your missus, do whatever you gotta do. Pablo de la Vigne. Bro, that's out. You should be a celebrity with that name. Pablo de la Vigne. That sounds like the most celebrity name I've ever heard, dude. Welcome to the Wolfpack, Pablo de la Vigne. Not a celebrity at all. That name sounds like you should be a celebrity, dude. Like I should see that fucking name everywhere. That's got such a nice flow to it. That's what a celeb would say. Yeah, I know. He's got his hat on and his sunglasses. Pablo over here, like looking like the Unabomber, hooded up, you know, with his mustache on, trying to hide his identity. Fuck. Macca's Hannah. That's an Australian name, dude. Macca's. Only Australians call McDonald's Macca's. All right. I hope I'm right. Otherwise, I'm just stereotyping. My 700 Instagram followers disagree. How do I grow a pretty good mustache, though? I do grow a pretty good mustache, though. I'm not Australian by far. Okay, well, whatever. Macca's Hannah, I tried, okay? Oh, Macaque's Hannah. Macaque's Hannah. Dude, I read Macca's. Okay, well, I'm dyslexic, so my bad, dude. I didn't mean to do it. 700 Instagram followers, dude. You're more famous than me, bro. What do I have? What am I at these days? I'm rocking a healthy 566. NT, I'm from Hungary. It's pronounced like TS. I don't know how to explain it. Macats. Macats, Hannah? Is that how it's pronounced? We got Unabomber Pablo over here. See? What do you love about Hungary? I don't know a whole lot about Hungary. Other than the obvious. It sounds like a verb. Actually, would... Hunger isn't a verb, is it? I'm hungry? Is it an adverb? We're in our channel. I don't know why we're talking about this shit. It's an absolute crime. Your account has so few followers. What the hell? Well, that's life, baby. What are you gonna do, huh? But see, Pablo, now we have each other. Welcome in. I don't really know what to do with this leg here. She feels off balance a little bit. I like that I grew up there. There's nothing else good about it, not gonna lie. The traditions and history and all, but there's barely anything good about modern day Hungary, sadly. I don't even. Is it a. It's a Eurasian country, right? I don't even know where it is on a map. Where the fuck's Hungary? It's like, I want to say it's like Eastern Europe. Hungary. Oh, yeah. It's Eastern Europe. It's like near Romania and Ukraine. Okay, yeah, yeah. All right. I get it. Underground celebs united. Everyone in our mom's basement knows about us. That's true, dude. I'm the CEO of my mom's basement. She can't tell me what to do ever, dude. I run this place. Also, guys, I know I said this earlier, but if you guys want to listen to your own music, you're more than welcome to. We got a song request like function in the bottom of the chat there. If you drop a Spotify link in there, it'll queue up whatever song you want. I'm just playing random shit right now, but it makes my life a lot easier when I don't have to think about this stuff. It could be you following me. It could be she. Welcome to the Wolfpack. Another thing is if you guys want to join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. We got a Discord where you can post your art in there in the critiques channel, and I'll go over your work live on stream. And also, you get live notifications, and you get to talk shit to me. Isn't that crazy? I don't know why the Discord notification didn't work. Nightbot's probably shitting itself right now. It's not important. Doesn't matter. I really like the way we're at on this one. I'm gonna save this line art, and then I'm gonna move on to another one. This is how I work, by the way. This is why I always have a bajillion layers, because I just, once I'm happy at a certain point in a drawing, I check mark it, and then I just go on to the next one. This is all part of my quest to find the sweet spot in my sketches. And if I don't make checkpoints along the way, I'll start tightening things down too much, and it's gonna look like shit. And then I look back at my old one, I'm like, oh my god, I lost the plot. Hmm. If I were fabric, where would I bunch up? That's an interesting approach. Thanks, man. It drives my chat nuts, because then I have, like, if you go to, like, one of my other drawings, look at all these fucking layers. Every single one of these, though, is a previous iteration of the last one. It's just, like, so many layers, though. I know it drives my chat crazy. I don't care. Okay? It works. It's like having save files in video games, you know? Sometimes you just want to try out all the directions. Maybe you want to burn down the town. Maybe you want to make sweet love to everybody in the town. You can't do both. You can only do one on each save file. So you got to explore all the different directions. I hope you didn't look at my layers. I can't say I remember specifically looking at your layers. But they can't be worse than mine, dude. Well, then maybe they can. I do the same. True gamer. Sullivan was here. Welcome in, big dog. Say right now. Damn, brother, this is hot. Thanks, man. This is it. This is not my art. This is done by Dork Artist, a fantastic artist here, who has a blue sky. Layer save states. Exactly. That's how I use my save states. Or my layers, I should say. I shouldn't call them that. Yo, Dork, thanks for bringing me in here. You guys know each other. Belated Dork raid. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, guys. I try. Part of me wants to do like long hair. I'm just not convinced on how to approach it. Dork, do you find when you stream, do you find you get more productive work done offline or do you get more productive work done online? I find sometimes when I'm online, mostly because I talk so much, it's hard to get anything done, dude. Mixed. Consistency is not me. Yeah, me neither, dude. Everything I do is like hit and miss. Sometimes I'll spend like a week on a thing and I'm like, I'm never drawing this again, dude. I have so many like half done drawings. There's one I do really want to finish though. Where the hell is it? It was the one with the dude in the chair. I should bring that back up because I tend to jump around my tabs a lot. Where the hell is it? Where the fuck? Whatever. I can't find it right now. It's not important. I think we're gonna do the leg back like this. She was too off balance if I bring that knee forward. Your sketches are so nice to look at, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. This one's been going for a while. These other ones, we came from this. What happens is I fill out a canvas and then I run out of room, so I just move everything to another canvas. And there's just a bunch of random shit here. There is what the hell? There is other shit on this one. I don't know where the fuck. The girls were complaining that I never draw hot guys, okay? So I gave them their fan service. Except I can't remember. I had another drawing on here. Yeah, it was this one. I just couldn't remember where I put it. This one needs to be finished also. Too many things to do. Too many things to do. That's a hot guy, all right. I do think he is a hot guy. His face is kind of whack though. I want to redo his face completely. But he just looks too. He looks like bored. Like not. He doesn't look like. Oh, you want to fuck me? He looks like what's that over there, you know? And that's just not the mood I want. I want the, you want to fuck me? That's what I'm looking for. What's happening to the music? Why did it stop? Okay, there we go. I gotta listen to Nirvana more, dude. I used to do that on my files too, but my computer started to sound like a rocket ship when I double click on a PSD file. Yeah, I have moments where I wonder. You know, I will say Clip Studio Paint is fucking fantastic at not crashing, dude. Cause I have done uh whatchamacallit, Photoshop. I used to use Photoshop, and I started using it again like this year because there was a brush I really wanted to use, and I was like, dude, this shit just fucking crashes so much. It was terrible. Let's give her a little bow, you know. And so I was like, I used Photoshop for like 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm not touching this shit ever again, dude. I'm going back to CSP. So much more stable. Either that or my computer is just like my computer should be able to handle it, to be quite honest, but I gotta convert to CSP. I will say, dude, if you've got like if you're comfortable with Photoshop and you don't run into technical issues with it, it's fine. You can keep using it. I mean, Adobe's kind of evil, but you know, whatever. Half the shit I consume is made by an evil company. So if I'm not gonna live my life by that moral standard, you know. Plus, there are quote unquote community editions you can find online if you catch my drift. So, can always do it that way too. They do make good software. The one issue I would say, dude, is if you've got brushes you really like, Sullivan, on Photoshop, um, coming into Clip might fuck them up. Like that, you can import brushes from Clip and to Photoshop and vice versa, but the brush design tools and functionality they have different characteristics. So a lot of the brushes you bring in, they'll kind of look the same ish, but they won't act the same. If that makes sense. There's just a lot of weird shit that happens when you bring one brush over to the other platform. So that's sort of why I got back into Photoshop. I used it when I was a student in animation school, and then I eventually was like, yeah, no, fuck this. Like my subscription ended, and I was like, I don't really want to. I don't really want to churn out monthly subscriptions for Adobe. I switched to Procreate last year. It's much smoother and has the time lapse recording, which I like. I do most of my work in Procreate and finish up in PSD with gradient maps for colors and a bit of overpainting. That's not a bad idea. You know, I multi-stream to YouTube, even though I ignore my YouTube chat, not well like 100% of the time. I multi-stream to YouTube because YouTube archives everything, and all the VODs don't expire like they do on Twitch. So if ever you like, you could probably do like unlisted streams. I bet where you're like streaming to just yourself, just to have like a library that doesn't actually store on your computer. If that's something you're interested, that Pablo Delavine, my celebrity friend, but maybe I don't know if that would work. Maybe you'd have to actually be live. I don't know if and I don't know. Don't quote me on the fact that YouTube doesn't get rid of VODs, but from what I've seen, the VODs last. I mean, all my VODs are there. It is incredibly annoying to update like thumbnails and titles and all that shit, though. But what are you gonna do? You can't win it all. I've been actually thinking of streaming, but haven't decided on how I want to go about the VTuber thing. I'm undecided between a PNG tuber and a Toon tuber. I don't know what a Toon tuber is. I'm gonna be honest. I had no PNG tuber up until like 2 months ago, and I would recommend having one. Having been, I was like a 10 viewer Andy for like probably a year. Like I think I got my VTuber in May, and I hadn't had one for like a full year, and then eventually once I added him, things just kind of like popped off. It could be coincidence. I don't think so. I think it's just like when you browse Twitch, right? You see like a bazillion different channels. There's like this guy, this guy, this guy. If you see a little icon of like a guy, like in my case, it's like a mouse, you can easily tell who that is for the most part, right? Like you could tell just by the thumbnail because it captures like the PNG tuber. So I think if you want like recognizability, if your plans to grow, obviously, if your plan is just to do it for funsies, which it probably should be to start out, then I would say you don't necessarily need a PNG tuber, but it has been beneficial for me, so that's why I talk about it in that way. But yeah, I was thinking the same. Even for my personal experience as a viewer, having a character on the screen moving gives an extra point of interest, since drawing is a bit of a slow process. Yeah, it does. I think people are able to attach to it a lot easier than they would if I were just like a faceless guy, right? But bro, my eye is so itchy. Oh my god. I don't know if I have like allergies or what, but and the camera's a no-no for me since I really make stupid faces when I get too focused. That's fine, dude. I don't personally want to have a camera either. Not because of the faces or anything. I just don't like. I like compartmentalizing my life. I talked about this with someone recently, and I was saying I like separation and control of like different aspects of my life, and I feel like the lack of a face cam sort of gives me that extra sort of boundary, I guess, to a degree. Plus, I will say people tend to project ideals onto people who don't have like faces in their camera or in their screen because they don't know what you look like. Which, depending on like how marketing brained you are, is kind of a good thing. People can assume whatever they want about me, right? And chat, just so you know, whatever you think I look like, that's exactly it. That's exactly it, and you should put a lot of emotional stock into that, dude. You could pick your nose on stream and no one would even know. I do it all the time. I'm literally sitting in my underwear right now, guys. I've got no shirt on, no pants. I'm sitting in my undies, drawing. Okay, I live alone. I can do that. Your name is Cat Snake, but your avatar is a mouse. I don't trust anything here. My name is Cat Snack. Okay, Cat Snack because I'm a mouse. Because mice get eaten by cats. They're snacks for cats. I'm a cat snack. The version with the CK was taken. I don't know what to do about. Okay, I couldn't get cat snack on Instagram either. There's this like very cute old man who breeds horses or fucking trains horses or whatever, called cat snack on Instagram. Maybe once I'm rich, I'll buy it off of him for like a bazillion dollars or whatever. But for now, I'm just gonna stay a no name guy on the internet. His name is Cat Snake, but he's a mouse, and his fandom is the Wolf Pack. Yeah, okay. Well, that part doesn't make. Look. The furry thing, the furry angle, guys. It's all a marketing ploy. I'm not really a furry. Okay, I'm sorry to disappoint. If you're here for the furry content, it just doesn't exist. Okay, I draw elven and human babes and guys. Okay, that's what a furry would say. I'm telling you, bro. I've never yiffed once in my life. Okay, I'm pure, wholesome, dude. My ticket to heaven, it's punch, dude. I'm express class. VIP. They got a table waiting for me up there, bro. Don't worry about it. But the furry thing works, okay? It's funny. It is actually one of my most clicked on tags. If you look at tags in your analytics as a streamer, you can see what tags like get people to come visit your channel the most. Furry is my best tag, so I don't get rid of it. I've never yiffed once. I would never do it again. That's not what I said. Don't misquote me. Shan, how you doing? Speaking of furries, how you doing, Shan? You're not really a furry. You're more like a anime VTuber girl, but you do have cat ears or dog ears or something. What the fuck? Don't get all high and mighty on me. I've seen your stream, bro. You can't moral high ground me here. Yeah, anime fox girl. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh wow, I didn't even see the furry tag. It's a branding thing, guys. It's marketing, all right. Don't worry about it. Nuh-uh. Yeah, huh. Damn, I love fox girls. Then you'll love Shannon Root. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I gotta rinse my eye. There's like shit in my eyeball that's like driving me crazy right now. I'm probably just gonna. Fuck. That's kind of early. I was gonna run ads, but ads aren't for another 15 minutes. I'm gonna run ads just because I don't know when I'm gonna be. I'll be back in like a couple minutes. BRB. All right, I'm back. My eye's still itchy as fuck. I don't know what the hell's going on. It might be allergies, but I don't know. Damn, I love Fox Girls. Everyone loves Fox Girls. Knife you with the half court shot. Let her brother shoot. Give him a rinse. I did, dude. I did. They're still burning. Scratch your eye with your booger finger. I don't think so. We're almost done with the ads, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yo, Oni.
Fuck.
How you doing? you doing? Welcome to the Wolf Pack, yo Oni. Yo One. El Peso, how you doing, big dog? I'm back. I'm back. My eye is still itchy though, but it's okay. We'll survive. We'll persevere. What's up? Not much, big dog. Not much. Chilling. Chilling. Drawn babes. Drawn babes. I'm gonna put her ribbon and shit back. No, her skin was kind of whack. Let's. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. I sent everybody the ad shadow realm for 2 seconds while I went to clean out my eyeball. And now we're listening to my like song, so maybe I should cue something else up. You know what? Fuck it. We're leaving my playlist on. It's fine. You'll love to see it. Sounds like a good old, like a good day. I don't even remember what I said. Scratching my eyeball. I was fighting furry allegations before we went to the ad break, okay? And I still stand by that. I'm not a furry, guys. It's a marketing thing. I'm telling you, you can accuse me of being a furry all you want. It's not gonna make me a furry, okay? Not drawing the whammons. Oh yeah, dude. You love to see it. Sounds like a good day. Yeah, drawing babes is never a wrong choice. Okay, when you don't know what to draw, draw babes. Okay, it just do it. Why not femboys? Chad, have I ever drawn femboys before? Don't lie. Okay, I've done some femboys every now and then. Have I? I've done guys that are probably gay. Okay, as a straight white man myself, I'm an ally, dude. I draw it all. I haven't done any. Actually, you know what it is? You know what it is? El Peso? It's the freaking ladies in chat. They don't let me draw twinks. Every time I draw a twink, I get yelled at by like 20 women being like, he needs more muscle. He's such a twink. Stop drawing twinks. Every time, ladies. That's right. We're blaming the women. So just know you're depriving a lot of our chat here of the femboys. Okay? You make me feel insecure about my femboy drawings. Never seen a femboy from you, Chop Chop. You were probably literally one of the people who said to stop making them so skinny. No, it's because you promise burly dudes and then draw twinks. That's not what I do. You guys just say you need to draw men, so I draw men, and then twinks aren't good enough for you. You guys were like, I need more manly men, which is why we ended up with fucking not this guy. It's how we ended up with this guy. And then you guys were like, that's not hot enough, so we ended up with fucking this guy. I can't win, dude. I can't win. I'm the victim here, alright? Where the hell's my drawing? There we go. We got a femboy fan last time, right? We do. We had a guy in here. Was it you, El Peso, who was just telling me, like, hey, check this guy out? Check this femboy out? And then you sent me to his Twitter where I saw him naked with his cock out. Hard mode. Okay? Was not expecting that one. Thank you, El Peso. See, I can never forget you now. You've burned hard femboy cock into my brain. I don't really know what I'm doing with this jacket. Part of me wants to do a jacket here, but I feel like it's breaking up the silhouette a little too much. I do kind of like the arc in her back, but at the same time, I'm very torn. Hey, we have 69 viewers right now. Hell yeah. 69. Okay, well now we don't. Alright. We ruined it. Nearly 70 viewers, man. You've been popping off this weekend. We got a fat raid from Glad. Don't get it twisted. I'm not that loved. Okay, I am loved. Not that loved. Glad loves me though, which helps. Even though she'll deny it forever. The rates were pretty high the last 2 or 3 days too, though. Yeah, I think Saturday was pretty good. Saturday was pretty crazy high. I'm not gonna lie. And we did get some raids though. We got freaking failed captain, fantastic 3D modeler by the way. Who else raided us on Saturday? I think we got Apricori, Avail. How you doing? Avail did not raid us on Saturday, but how you doing, Avail? We were talking about streamers who raided me on Saturday, and then you popped in, so. How you doing, Avail? How's work? I think this is like too even of a. I don't think I could ever raid you. Yeah, we're in completely different time zones, dude. I could not raid you either. Even I would. Trust me. If you were live, I'll raid you. I just can't. You're too nocturnal for me. What does anime hair look like, guys? I fucking struggle with long hair so much. I really want to like give her short hair, but then she just looks like Chun-Li. I don't like that. Goku hair? You want me to give her Goku hair? There you go. She's Goku now. You got to think about it in sections like chunks of hair, multiple ribbons almost. I get that. I just it's easier said than done, you know? Let me try it. Have you ever seen those diagrams where people break down the sections of hair and how to put it together? No, send me one. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it in a while. Let me find one. Sounds good. Chances are dynamite. I was gonna be like, who queued this up? And I was like, this is my playlist. Oopsies. Oh my god, I scratched my shoulder. I have fucking crazy, crazy sunburn on my shoulder. Dude, I lathered in freaking sunscreen at the beach, not the beach, the freaking water park, and I still burned. And I'm freaking dark, dude. I'm not like a white boy, you know. I got that like that Latin look, you know. It's the Middle Eastern in me. I got the olive skin, and I still burned. Not that bad. The white girl I was with burned way harder, and she wore way more sunscreen. It's the general shape. Like what is the general shape of long anime hair? I don't think it would have that much more volume. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boring. Say something interesting, man. How about I say we're gonna time out. Did I spell that right? You're lucky I don't know how to do that. Okay? That's your warning though. How you doing? How you doing, TP? Ooh. Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, I know this motherfucker, so he gets to be mean to me. I'm chilling, some would say. Do you do anything else? Or is it just that? Alright, I found the best one I could think of and sent them. Alright, hell yeah, dude. See? This is what a good chatter does. Sends me resources. Okay. Okay. I don't speak Japanese, but this will do. Where the hell is it? I gave her big ass curls though, so I kind of fucked it up, but whatever. We're gonna get rid of the curls. Why are there so many people? What did you do? They just love me, dude. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Okay. I'm also pretty sure I'm gonna end up with sunburns in the morning, fellow white person. Tragic, dude. What is this shit on her face? Okay, okay. Do I give her the same style? No. I couldn't. Fuck. Midget Mechie. Midget Mechie. Welcome in, big dog. Swang on, swang on. Do we like that? I don't know if we like that. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that. It was a valiant effort, but I think we're gonna go a different direction. Also, guys, there are a lot of new chatters and viewers here today. I've said this earlier, so if you're listening to it again, yes, you can roll your eyes. It's totally acceptable. But if you want to join our Discord, you're more than welcome to. You will get live notifications whenever I go on stream live. Plus, there's a critiques channel where if you post your art critiques, I will go over your work live on stream, assuming you're in the chat as well. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Look, you gotta do it to him, baby. You gotta do it to him. That's the game. None of my fucking things work, though. But, you know, pretend there's a link that generated after that. Shameless self-promotion. Oh, there it is. It's just slow. Maybe that's why you didn't get timed out. I gotta get one of the mods to teach me how to time you out. It's / timeout. I see. / timeout. Ah. Ah. Wow. Look at the. Are you scared, toothpaste? Yeah, that's right. We don't wait a second here. 600 seconds? Alright, well, I'll see you in 10 minutes, I guess. I didn't mean to do it that long. Boba removed timeout on toothpaste. Can't trust my mods, dude. Boba, you've been here the whole time watching me struggle with the fucking timeouts. Snacks on a power trip. It feels good, I won't lie, dude. The energy flowing through my fingertips, dude. Kind of short. Ugh. Also, that foot's a little too forward for where that leg's going. Let's figure this out. Now she's off balance. Okay. She looks way too short. Let's bring this down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the proportion. What's wrong with the short queen? It's not that she was short, it's that her legs were too short. Like, her calves looked like they were, like, not long enough. I don't mind a little shorty, but a shot A, so to speak. But I do like my drawings looking like they belong on the body of the person that they're attached to. Downsizing the drawing lags the share of your canvas. I just did it. And it seemed fine. Like she was larger, right? She was up here and now she's here. She's much smaller. I do think the pose is kind of stiff though. Too stiff. Still too stiff. Hello, furry man. Hello, Rumby. Penguin man. How you doing, big dog? You streaming right now? Every time you're here, you're streaming. How do you do it? I could not be in somebody else's chat while I'm streaming. It'd be too difficult. I could barely draw while streaming, you know? Oh, I'm unleashed? That was a quick 10 minutes. Boba saved you, okay? Boba has more mercy than I do. No, I see you live right now. You're lying to me. I see you, Rumby, with two Y's. Live. I just expected Snag doesn't know how to untime out someone. Who said I wanted to untime him out? I liked him where he was. Now look at him, he's talking. He's getting confident again. We can't have him giving ideas to the naysayers here on the channel. Your hallucinations are getting worse. It would be crazy if like this entire like Twitch thing was just in my head and I'm just in a padded room right now. It would suck though, because there's a lot of stuff that I've done this year that I was like, it'd be nice to actually know that it's real, but calm down, Unc. This guy loves to make fun of me, dude. He's like 5 years younger than me. Your time will come, bro. Your time will come. Yeah, toothpaste. You want to get food in a half hour? I'm kind of hungry, and I'm wrapping up stream in like a half hour ish because it is a Monday. So all of chat is just the voices you've had in your head for years. They're way too nice, dude. I don't believe that at all. Back to bed, Grandpa. See what you've done? This is why, Boba, this is why I timed him out. He starts a chain reaction of people making fun of him. I gotta play DST, but if you're getting food nearby, maybe I'd reach for a little bit. I don't know what DST is. I thought you were all about being glazed. Of course chat is nice. I am, dude. Bro, I showed you femboy dick. That's true, you did show me femboy dick, El Peso. Okay, chat's not always nice. And depending on who the streamer is, okay? Some streamers like being shown femboy dick, El Peso, alright? It's not your fault that you found the one streamer on Twitch who doesn't like femboy dick. You know what? Would it be crazy? Would it be so crazy if she just didn't have legs? It could be, I could just say it's my artistic vision, you know? What? I don't know how much you frequented VTubers, El Peso. But the reality is, a lot of VTubers like some freaky stuff, dude. And Femboy's pretty light on the freaky scale, so it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not saying go around sending VTubers Femboy dick pictures. But I'm just saying, it's not the worst mistake you can make. Snag goes nuclear, burns every bridge. I don't have any bridges to burn. Rumby's my only bridge right now. I kind of like the shaggy, like, rockstar hair. It's kind of sick, not gonna lie. I know I said I wasn't gonna make her look like Chun-Li, but I want to give her big ass spike like block things. The spiky hair works. It's acceptable this time. Well, I'm glad you're happy with it. This shoulder, I'm not convinced though. Time to do a new layer, guys. We need another checkpoint. For human mind, kryptonite. Yeah. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? Yeah, holding my hand, my superhuman. Boom, 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 boom. How many layers does this canvas have now? I mean, not that many. When you close the group, not that many. And the group has like all the color and shit. And look at there's only really like this many active layers. This layer doesn't have shit on it. I don't even know what's on this layer. I could straight up delete this layer. I don't even know what's on it. What's on it? I see nothing changing. Nothing. Okay, I'm deleting this layer. There's literally two layers. Actually, there's one. That's it. So unorganized. I got one layer. Are any of them name? I can't see. This one says line. This one says line copy. And this one says line copy too. It's pretty intuitive. Line, copy, line, 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 line. Oh, wow, that's an improvement? That's literally every single thing I do. You're just a hater, dude. Why do you have more than one tab open though? Because then when people raid, I could be like, guys, I draw this, I draw this, I draw this. It's my freaking it's my demo reel, dude. It's how I hook people, you know? I gotta be able to jump around all the drawings I've done. See? My freaking viewership spike just doing that, Boba. You just don't get marketing. And it's okay. I'm not feeling the tail, guys. I'm not feeling it. I think we're gonna switch it up. Kasi, you raiding little old me? Shit. Welcome in, Kasi. How you doing? You know the deal. You got any art to share? And if you gotta leave, you can leave. You're more than welcome to. You always end stream right before I end stream. How am I gonna raid you? I just have a work in progress. That's it. Well, you can share it if you want. Up to you. Also, Kasi, feel free to tell us a little bit about your stream. I know you draw, and you're a fantastic artist, and you render incredibly well. And I think anybody who watches me should go watch you, to be quite honest. Just a little thought I had, but I think you should be followed by everybody here. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, if you like artists, Kasi's your girl. Kasi draws pretty goaded. Hey, Zeus 121. You're so right. Very, very sweet, but I'm a little cowgirl that loves to draw the ladies. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I posted it in the Discord. Ooh woo. It's a draw this in your style entry that I'm participating in. Ooh. Ooh. Let me take a little look. Ooh. What's the guy from Smiling Friends who goes ooh or whatever, the like 3D, like whatever his catchphrase is? No. Alright, let's pull it up. I'll replace, won't lose my will to stay. Try and get through the night. Looking real nice. Why'd you flip it? I'm sorry, I didn't. It's a habit. I don't know why I do this. I'm out here assaulting everybody's art with the fucking canvas flip, dude. The Gwimbly guy. Yeah, Gwimbly. Ooh. Yeah, that. No, it's the other way. I mean, my canvas is you're stressing me out. My canvas is just flipped. This is just how I exist. Is this looks like whatchamacallit? Who's that lesbian icon? What's her face? The pink pony club girl. I can't remember her name. I know you guys know this. Don't leave me hanging. Come on, somebody help me out here. Chaperone. See, you guys didn't even. I knew this shit. Chaperone chick or whatever it's spelled. Yeah, there you go. I knew that. I got that before Star Queen. All right, Star Queen, you get points for knowing it. I get points for remembering it. That's what it reminds me of. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep flipping it. It's a habit. I don't know why I keep doing this. I'm sorry. Please, please don't call the police. You trying to show my flaws? Nah, I would never. Good. I'm so sleepy, which is crazy because I've been up for a while. If people want to follow you, if people want to follow you, Kasi Draws, if that is your real name, where would they follow you? Give the people a line to one of your social medias, to your most favoritist one, to the one that you love the most. You go, I just love this social media so much. Which one is that? Is that your Instagram? Is that your Twitter? What are we working with here? Feel free to drop them in the link in the chat. Oh my god, dude. I'm out of it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Shit. Nah. We'll leave the eye bigger. It would have to be Instagram. That's where I'm most active. Well, ain't that something, guys? Why doesn't everybody just click on that link? See where it takes them. Go for a little adventure. It'll take you to an artist who procrastinates. I mean, if you've ever seen my Instagram, I don't know when the last time I posted was, so I'm not much better. Only real artists procrastinate. You right. This is true. Oh my god, what am I doing? That looks like shit. I like what you got so far. I'm getting apprehensive. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've gone past the point where I thought I find it appealing, and I think the first iteration was looking a lot better, especially in the eyes. Oops, that versus that. Huh? What don't you like about it? It's hard to say. There's something ain't right. Something ain't right. It's too. There's too much that's been done to it. I'm going back to my older version. All right. These guys are going in the could have been folder. Could have been. I like the head position, the first one. Maybe the loosen of it. The craziest thing, I didn't even change the head position. It's all the same. It's just the hair around it that makes it feel different. Like it just works better. I'm gonna move your lady here just because she's in my space. Okay, then maybe I think it was the ear thing then, because the other one was shifted down. Yeah, I mean, I just think this one feels better. It's crazy though, because they're literally just the same. Okay, well, I think the negative space around the face just works better. Hmm. I might just rework this entire arm section here. Don't forget me when you're super famous. Never. What are you leaving? You can. It's bedtime for a lot of people. It's close for me. What you cooking, big dog? We're actually resetting. I was drawing something. I just don't like the direction it's going, so I'm switching things up now. Just don't be afraid to just reset fully. Doing too much. I'm doing too much. Okay. It's 7 p.m. My bedtime isn't until 11, but I'll probably go and get some food. If you gotta take off, you take off. We're wrapping up at the 3 hour mark anyways, so I'm gonna raid out of here at around the 3 hour mark. We're probably just gonna raid into Rumby since he's been poking us. He's been calling me old. I gotta go over there and give him a piece of my mind, and I gotta leave and go eat because I'm fucking hungry. I haven't eaten since like noon. Damn, already dashing on us? Well, at the 3 hour mark. It's a Monday stream, dude. I got work tomorrow. It's all good. It's all right, good homie. It's all right, good homie. Shit. What's on the menu today? I don't know. Maybe shawarma. I do like the hips, but I'm not I'm trying to be non-committal here. Head pats for you. Have some good food in your belly. I might do Jamaican patties. There's a little corner store nearby that does Jamaican patties. Might do that. I swear you eat shawarma at least once a week or something. Probably. You're probably not far off on that. I'm about to put this babe in some plated armor, huh? I just made fan art of you to say sorry. Did you really? I love it, dude. I love it. Let's check this out. Can I pull it up on stream, El Peso? You mind? LPEZ. So we can show the class before we wrap up? Yes? Hell yeah. This is what guilt does to a motherfucker, alright, guys? It gets you guys drawing this. Gets you guys drawing psycho lunatics on the internet like me. You don't have to worry, Elpez. I don't mind. Okay, don't worry. You didn't hurt my feelings. It looks nice. I love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now you can stop feeling bad, okay? Don't worry. Did you ever see the funky snack faces I did a while ago? I might have. Are they, was it this? Was it this? Because if it's this, it's saved along with now this in my my fan art folder. No, it was a bunch of expressions. But you did do this one, right? Or did somebody else do that? So many people sharing art. Damn, I forgot how thick beef drew me. Link them back to me, because I'm sure I've seen them before, I've lost them. The beef gender bend was sick. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. She made me stacked, bro. Oh shit. Dona Shy 2. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. How you doing? Shit. Izzy art. How you doing? Welcome to the Wolf Pack, Izzy art. And also welcome to the Wolf Pack, Donna Shot. You guys are catching me towards the end of stream, actually. Normally, we do quite well, we don't do quite long streams relative to some streamers. To be quite honest, we do 3-hour streams on Mondays and Fridays, and then on Saturdays and Sundays, we do 4 to 5 hours, roughly in that range. And today, we're coming to a close on the 3 hour stream. Mostly because I have work tomorrow. The trick is, guys, if you guys make me a millionaire, then I don't have to work anymore. But the downside is if I don't become a millionaire, then you just give me money for no reason. So don't do that. What a hard we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh, I did not see these images. I did not see these images. They're very cartoon-esque. I don't know how I feel about this one, dude. What is he doing to this carrot? What do you got me doing to this carrot, dude? Ending on almost 80 viewers. Wowee. This is true. This is true. I'm trying to move it so it's not like below the freaking music thing. There we go. Slobbing on the carrot knob like you always do. This is true. I do deep throat a couple carrots here and there. Well, guys, it's time for us to start wrapping up, I think. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna draw. This girl is pissing me off. She's been going pretty decent most of this time. But I'm gonna move these into the non-snack folder. Non-snack art folder. But I am going to have to work through this drawing because it's just not working for me. Well, I like her. I get it. I get it. I just don't. How much can I undo of this? Sorry, I know all of your drawings are on here too. I'm just trying to get rid of the armor. I don't think I'm going the armor direction. I did those like a few weeks ago. Like maybe a month, I think. Okay. They're very nice, dude. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna reset her to a point where I don't hate her as much as I do. I definitely still hate her, but yeah, we definitely can't do that one. That one ain't it. That one ain't it. And we'll just leave her torso-less, and we'll go from there, I think. One last time, if you're not in the Discord and you want live notifications when I go live next time, join on in, and that way you won't miss a single time I'm live. And if you post in the critiques channel, you will be able to get live critique from me on stream when I'm live and you are in chat. How annoying am I, guys? I fucking say this shit 10 times a stream. It's just all part of the biz, you know? Oh, fuck. I don't want to draw with red. Let's give her a little anterior pelvic tilt. It's like a 1 minute ad segment. It's like 20 seconds. No annoyance here. I get it. I get it. It is just interesting, you know, because the reality is when it comes to streaming, uh when I go live, there's not a lot of people to show up, and then when I go live and then drop the Discord link, then everybody shows up. It's a very interesting phenomenon. So the Discord is crucial, baby. Just J Arts, you are catching me literally at the end of the stream, bro. I'm about to raid out right now. I'm about to queue up the raid and end the stream, and then I'm gonna go fucking eat and go to bed. How do I spell Rumby? We're gonna raid Rumby. Bruh, I know, dude. I'll see you on Friday. Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, guys. I'll see you there. Be there, be square, you know? Well, eat your dinner, King. I'll eat my dinner. Thank you, Rumby. Or thank you, no. Thank you, Jay. Friday, oh well. Well, you can catch me on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. See you guys there. I appreciate you all coming out, dude. All 76 of you. It has been a very fun stream. Moonji, thank you for joining, Moonji. If you wanna catch live notifications, Moonji, for the next stream, you can join the Discord. Until then, I will see you guys all then on Friday. The sentence made no sense, but you know what I'm saying. See you there, Friday. Bye bye. Bye bye.